everyone. This is Alma coming to you from Huntington Beach, California. Today is Friday, May 5th of the year 2023, and this is FlossTube number 99. So as always, I want to welcome you all. Welcome back to all my current viewers and subscribers, and thank you as always for your continuing support. And I want to say a special welcome to anybody that's visiting for the first time. I hope that you like what you see today, you find a reason to stay, subscribe, and continue to follow me on my stitching journey. I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that everybody's staying safe and sound. Everything's okay here. We have hit finals week starting, well, I had my first final on, what was it? It was yesterday? Thursday? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. It's been a very long week. So yeah, so final season is officially upon us, and it's gonna last for the entire week for me. I have a final every day of the week except for Tuesday. So I won't rest until next Friday. This time, so maybe this time in a week. It's 10:40 right now, 10:40 a.m. So maybe this time next week I'll be free. Depends on when the exam starts. So yeah, so it's just been, you know, studying for finals, final projects. There's been quite a few of those. So I'm definitely looking forward to some rest over the summer. I am still working, but obviously, you know, that doesn't keep me nearly as busy as school does, as you know, classes do. So I'm looking forward to, you know, getting all the stitchy time, catching up on some of my goals. I've let go of some of my goals at this point. I'm just gonna, you know, do what I can on some of my WIPs. So yeah, I'm definitely readjusting the way that I'm going to be stitching from now on. Because it's not happening at this point. It's really not gonna happen. So yeah, so it's just adjusting to life, right? Anyway, I have been able to stitch a little bit through the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to get back into the habit of keeping count of my stitching. Last month that just went out the window. I just because it was so sporadic, I just didn't have I just let go of it. that's just the short of it. I just didn't do it. But I do want to get back into it for this month, especially because for some of those, for some of my cross stitch groups, I do need to hit a certain stitch count by the end of the month. So I do need to start keeping track of those. Like I still do, you know, like the cross stitch challenges where it's like 100 stitches there, 200 stitches there, but I just never wrote it down. Like, okay, 100 stitches for this project, 200 stitches for this project. It was just, I would just post it and then move on. So, but I do have quite a bit to show you. So let's get to the stitching, shall we? Enough talk from me. Let's get to the good stuff. The first piece I want to show you is my my travel piece, I suppose you could call it. This is a piece that I take with me when I go to work or school, and this is Chopper by Be Cute Today. I actually took a break from him for the month of April, and I'll show you why in a second. But I did get back to him the last week, and he's all crumpled up and folded, but that's okay. This is what we're at so far. This week I did 400 stitches, again, if I kept track correctly. It was, so I filled in his little ear here, or what I think is his ear. And then I'm obviously still working on the cap. And I also started working on, it was mostly because it was leftover. It was leftover strand from this brown right here. I just did the rest of that strand, or skein in this section right there. So the goal is to just go ahead and finish with the cap this week, and then we'll see where the next couple of weeks take us. The school that I work for still has a few more weeks left to go. I think they're done at the 3rd week of May. They started later than my school did, so he's still going to get some work done for May. Come June, he is probably going to go away again, because it's just an easy project to take places, because all I have to do is outline this section and that's it. I don't have to worry about anything else. So that's one. And then the piece that replaced him for the last few weeks of April is my new start that I mentioned in my last video. And I mentioned I wanted to finish it in April. This is See You at the Beach. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. That's a little better. See You at the Beach. The Etsy shop is right below. It's Luba Davies Atelier. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest, but I do know that she does have an Etsy shop. She has an Instagram account as well. I mean, I think all she posts is the the Etsy stuff, but she's got loads of cute quotes, and they're not that expensive, so definitely recommend going into her shop and checking them out. But this is the finished piece. Obviously I still have to iron it, but I do have a frame for it, so I am going to be displaying that very shortly. Again, once school is done, I can take care of all of that. So fairly quick stitch, very easy. It's just, you know, a handful of colors. I actually ended up losing my blue here. So the C and the H are actually in a different color, technically, which luckily I was able to find a almost perfect match on my stash. But again, that's what I get for making this a travel project. I ended up going, I think I was pretty sure I left it at the doctor's office. I took it with me to the doctor's. I didn't go to the doctor, my boyfriend did, but I accompanied him for moral support. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that's where I left it, because I was working on it, and it was one of those, like, I was waiting in the waiting room. The doctor said, okay, we're done, and I just grabbed everything and left, so I think I must have dropped it or something. Anywho, that's where that went, and I ended up having to find something else. So I will sign this somewhere, put my initials. This is my second WIP to be finished this year. I would like to finish more. I kind of figured, just because of how I worked last year, and that this year wouldn't be too much of like a big finish year. This year is going to be more of just making progress on my work, on my WIPs, works in progress. But I do still have a couple of WIPs that I think could potentially be finished this year. One of those is the WIP that I've been working on for the last few months. Let's see if the camera will focus on her. Focus. There we go. This is Portrait of Veronica by Mirabilia. And I do want to finish her by the end of the year. I'm working, if you've been with me, then you'll know that I'm working on this piece with a few friends. We've all chose one WIP to break into 12 different parts, and then we do one part per month in the hopes of getting it finished by the end of the year. I'm very behind. I've barely going to finish the section that I have marked off for March. So this is where we're at. So I mean, it was partly my fault for not. I underestimated how much stitching there was involved, because everything's reversed. Okay, this side of the skirt, the one with the lighter tones, I split up into two different parts. And then March was, okay, reversed. This part right here, so this is all new, I think, from the last time I showed it to you. So the plan is to finish this little part of black. This is all black right here. And then that'll be it for March, the March section. But I obviously still have April and May to do, because we're officially in May now, whether we believe it or not. So yeah, it might just be Mira Amelia May this month, so I can just catch up. But even then, like, every month is just going to be continuous work with her. So that's the other thing, is I can't really process that I'm in summer vacation. I'm gonna get to actually stitch on other stuff, because it's just been, you know, playing catch up with her. But I am looking forward to the break. So yeah, I still want to do another thing that I do with some of my stitching friends, is we do the categories every month. I kind of did not do them in April because just everything was just chaos that month. So, and I think I may have mentioned the last video. So we have 5 different categories every month. First one she picked was flora and fauna. So one of my WIPs, my watercolor floral piece. Let me see if I have that. I love being able to just show you stuff on my phone now, because I used to record with my phone. I don't think I have it. But yeah, I don't think I have it in my drive. My watercolor floral did have a birthday at the on May 1st, so I do want to. Oh, here we go. This is the piece that I'm talking about. This is watercolor floral from Stitchy Stitch, and there we go. There's the focus. So she did have a birthday this month, so I will stitch on this one for that category. It's like I also haven't stitched on it for a long time, so it deserves some time. The second category that our friend picked, Sammy from Sammy J Stitches picked, is small. For that one, I'll be working on Moon Charmer, which is my backup piece. We all have a backup piece in case one of the categories just doesn't appeal to us, or we don't have anything for that category. I don't. The See You at the Beach WIP would have qualified as a small, but obviously I finished it, so I can't use it. So I'll be pulling in Moon Charmer to use for that category. And then our third category is beads and specialty stitches. So obviously Portrait of Veronica will be used for that category. Then fourth category was Struggle Bus, so a piece that we just don't like to work on, or it's just difficult to work on for whatever reason. For that one, I'll be pulling out my Snow Girl, my Tilton Crafts WIP that, again, I haven't worked in forever and a day. And that one I think I can show you as well. It's this one. Okay, there we go. From Tilton Crafts. Art is by Daniela Kordek. And again, it's been forever since I stitched on her. Her birthday is not until Monday, November. But again, she hasn't been stitched on in like 2 years, I think. It's been forever. So I'll be pulling her out for that category. And then the last one is just Stitcher's Choice. So for that category, I am going to just go ahead and use Chopper. So he's already getting work done. Might as well make it count for something. But I don't know. I mean, I also consider just using the little prints. I have my Mandarin's design pattern, the little prints. I may use that for next month's, depending on what the categories are. Because that's one of the few pieces that I think can get finished this year. The entire background in that piece is half stitched, so it can go by very, very quickly. So yeah, so who knows? I'll have to see. I'll have to see what I decide on. I did post Chopper for it, but we can always switch. So yeah, so that's what's coming up this May. Again, we'll see what finals week brings us. So that week is going to be slow at least, but then the second half of the month should be more stitching time. I am still planning on doing my mid-year WIP parade that I always do every 6 months. So on that one, I will show all of my current WIPs, including any pieces that I have finished since my last WIP parade, which I don't think there should be too many. I've only finished 2 pieces this year. I finished the Lilac Evening piece, and then this one that I just finished, See You at the Beach. But I'll also just show like all the pieces that I've started since then as well, all my current WIPs. So that's coming up. It may not be coming up for another month or so, but I still do want to do one of those. And the summer one is always a little bit easier to work on because I'm already on summer vacation. The winter one just kind of, or the December one just kind of sneaks up on me because I'm usually just done with school at that point, and then having to start all over again in a couple of weeks. So yeah, so that's all I have to show you guys today. Thank you very much for visiting. As always, if you have any questions, you're welcome to leave a comment down below, and I'll leave the links for all the WIPs, all the WIPs, 3 WIPs that I showed today. So in case you are interested. So yeah, so I hope, as always, I hope you guys have a relaxing weekend, a productive week, and you always find the time to do the thing that makes you happy. Until next time, ciao!